to the site where once an iron forge operated, providing for this young, struggling country, where men worked into the earth and harvested its natural resource. We are also visiting the site of once a grand hotel where people vacationed, fell in love, and spent time with loved ones, where a silent film was shot and its actors are forever captured on celluloid, where supposedly, if legend is true, a woman whose nightgown, engulfed in flames, burned to death on the porch overlooking the lake, where this beautiful hotel burned down.
Approximately in 1917, there was a silent movie filmed exactly in this location called A Railroad Wooing, where two young women were out in a boat and they fell over, capsized, and two gentlemen who were on a train, who were the engineers, jumped off and they saved the ladies. And throughout the movie, they go back and forth on the train and a hotel, which we'll be seeing the location over here throughout the movie. And they fell in love and they got married. But this is the exact location where the boat capsized.
If there's anybody here with us, I'm walking closer to the water. Water is a good source for haunting, paranormal activity. Is there anybody here? You could use this device to communicate with us. Marcy and I would like to talk to you. And you can use these devices that we're holding in our hand to communicate. You can light this up. Right now it's green. If you could turn it any other color. Okay. Okay. If you're here with us, okay. Can you turn it red? Did you die here?
Is there anybody here with us who would like to talk?
Can you use that device? Was it a beautiful hotel?
Did you used to take boats out in the water?
During our EVP session on the shores of Lake Denmark, Marcy asks her recorder, "What year is it?" Now I want you to pay attention because after she asks that question, we hear a on the recorder. Now there was another EVP captured that wasn't as strong as this one, so I'm not going to play that. But I would like you to listen to this. Keep in mind, Marcy and myself were the only ones present, and the you hear is directly in the recorder. The EVP that was captured, I posted it twice. Please listen.
What year is it? Did you used to stay at the hotel here? Did you used to stay at the hotel here?
Did you hear that? So the train tracks, Marcy, that
Yes.
are seen in this video actually went through this section.
They went through where it's flat right here.
Okay.
Train tracks went right through here. And we're walking our way up to where the hotel foundation is.
Now, this train that came through, it was like taking them from here to where? Do you know where the line went?
I do believe it went to New York City and would
Okay.
take people back and forth from here to the hotel. The hotel had its own train depot.
Okay. So this was like a vacation spot for people?
Absolutely.
So you think about that. People that had a tie to this land, a tie to a good time with family or friends or loved ones. That tie could still be here now.
Absolutely. So right now we're looking at the foundation for where the hotel was, the flat area right over here.
Wow.
And we have to trudge through this woods to get to it. So the hotel, actually there were 2 hotels built on this location and they both burned down.
Marcy's pointing out you could see the foundation.
So it runs basically in a square. And we're going to post a picture of what the hotel looks like. You'll see it had a beautiful front porch and it overlooked the lake because all these trees were not here at that point in time. And the train tracks were over there where it was a flatter area.
Wow.
So you would have a complete view of the lake and the valley. And had its own train.
And this fire occurred in the early 1900s.
The early 1900s, that's correct. You can tell what's original, but then you can see the old foundation of the hotel. And this tree was here. This tree actually is singed. So history says that there was a woman who caught her nightgown on fire and she actually died on the front porch
Of the hotel.
But it's not, we don't know if it's an old wives' tale or that's what we're trying to find out. I can do dousing rods. Hi, I'm Marcy, and this is my friend Rich who's recording. And we are at the site of where the hotel on the lake burned down. More of my dowsing rods are pointing right now. You'd be seeing the lake. All these trees were not here at that point in time. And to my left, if you want to point to the left, there you go. There's actually a tree trunk from the old foundation that was here, and you can actually see the rocks embedded in it. The tree was here when it burned down, and you can see everything that's right there. Thank you for pointing there. Can you show me which way the porch was on this house? Can you point in the direction? So the porch would have been facing the lake?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
pointing facing out.
Absolutely. Very pretty. Did you used to take the boats out in the lake when you were staying here? Were you a frequent guest of the hotel? All right. Did you stay at the hotel more than once? Thank you. Are you a woman? Okay, so I'm assuming you're a man? Okay, so we're talking to a gentleman. Thank you very much for being here with us. Were you staying at the hotel when it burned down? Good, I'm glad to hear that, okay? Were you staying at the hotel possibly during the filming of the movie? All right. Were you in the movie?
No.
Okay. Were you part of the production crew of the movie?
Were you just visiting the area?
Okay. It's a beautiful area, isn't it? Absolutely. Many people thinking about northern New Jersey would not envision this loveliness.
Do you enjoy people coming to visit you now?
Well, we're definitely enjoying getting to know you. I appreciate the fact that you're talking to us. What was one of your favorite activities? Did you do horseback riding here? Did you ride on the train that went through? Okay. Did the train drop you off here when you were vacationing? Did you take the train from New York City to here? Oh, okay, we'll have to find some more research on where the train went from to drop people off. Absolutely, because we would like to know that. Were you a father? Okay. Were you a husband? All right. Did your wife stay here with you when you stayed? Was it possibly your honeymoon?
Wow.
Okay. So just a vacation. Well, I'm glad you got to come out here and enjoy this beautiful area. Thank you for speaking to us. Okay.
That was cool. Prior to the Ovilus session, I played music from the early 1900s. And one of the first words we did get was music. So could have the spirits heard the early 1900s music that I was playing? We got other words that make sense. And also this jarring station that my S-Box tuned into. If you notice the numbers, 666. Our devices all recorded something at this location. It's awesome in a way how we have all these things that are available through apps, and back in 2007 there were no.
There were no apps. And
It was a very expensive hobby.
yeah, absolutely. The tree that's right ahead of us, the hotel used to have a fence around it, and the tree right there actually has the marking of where the fence was still. And there's a few other trees on the area as well if you look closely, but that one you can definitely see it.
Yeah, very prominent.